Hey, how are you there? Here we are again, on site. We are at Dhome Estate at a garage called Stitched by Wash. Wash is short form for Washington, I understand. It's a place where they deal with car interior upholstery. Oh, that's a big name for car interiors. And also they're also doing exteriors. We are talking to another Pre-25. I think she's 24 now. Are you yet 24?
Yeah, turning 24 in September.
They like turning. She's 23. Ladies always like turning. So she's 23, but the amount of work this girl has done here is awe-inspiring. Personally, I've been served. I brought my cars here. At some point, I brought a car to serve. I liked the work. I liked the service, and when we started working in Pre-25, she said, hey, she applied, and we said we'll come and cover her story. Hey, this is a girl who has an interest in cars and interiors and how they look. Of course, it looks like we're in a house. We're in a house, they have such good customer care with hospitality, take tea, take juice. You are welcomed until you actually feel at home. So, when you're talking about what girls are doing, how they're developing themselves when they're not burdened by relationships, whether you're not burdened by insecure men or boyfriends who wants them to stay in the house. If you're 23 and you're listening to me and you've been locked in the house, told not to live there, lest you go and sleep with other men outside, you're being an idiot. Your colleague here is moving. Let me tell you something before I bring her on. The difference between the growth you grow between 18 to 24, the difference between how you grow between 18 to 24 and how you grow when you're 25 and beyond is this. And I will ask her and she will confirm for you. When you invest in personal development when you are 18 for 3 years, you don't just grow and improve, you become a different person. Your brain is so receptive to being molded that you can become a different personality altogether. I want you to leave the madness of relationships, confinements of being locked in a bedroom, confinements of being a bed sitter, confinements and the entanglements of pregnancies, the entanglements of babies, and go out there. The way Nyambura went to Stitched by Wash, she told me she had been here for, is it 1.5 years?
Yeah, 1.5.
Only 1.5 years. And she has evolved to a different person. She's saying, I'm not who I used to be. If I had dated a person that time, right now I'll be a different person. If I had been married then, but now I'll be a different person. The reason I want before you're 25 to focus in growth, and Nyambura will tell you, is that when you immerse yourself in any industry, you change. Within 2 years, you're a different person. There's another person who tell the story about how she did it. Nyambura, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell people what's your name and what did you study in school? Where are we and who are you here?
All right. So, hi everyone. My name is Nyambura Nyathogora. I did a bachelor's degree in entrepreneurship and enterprises management. Graduated back in 2019, and I didn't stay long before I got a job. So in 2020, January 6th, that is when I got this job at Stitched by Wash. And here we do car interior upholstery, and now extending to exterior, sound systems, and a lot more interesting things that happens around here. So my job title here is the administrator, but besides that, I do a lot of other stuff like customer engagement and more that you learn as we go on.
What did you study in school?
Entrepreneurship and enterprises management.
Entrepreneurship? These courses have names, eh?
Yeah. It's like business administration renamed.
Oh, I see. So it was entrepreneurship and enterprises management. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
But that is not what I ever wanted to do.
What did you want to do?
Engineering.
Which engineering did you have in mind?
Civil.
Oh, you wanted to be a civil engineer?
Yeah, I wanted to be a civil engineer.
Oh my.
Yeah.
To design roads, bridges, big mega structures.
I always pictured myself in those helmets, a reflector. Then here I am.
Then what happened?
But thank God.
The grade happened.
Yeah, the grade happened. There's always those 2 points that I don't know where they go to, but...
But now, are you happy you ended up in this direction?
Yeah, very happy.
Wow.
Very, very happy.
So tell us the story of what girls were doing when you graduated, especially in the area of love relationships. What was going on among your colleagues at the time you graduated? That was 2019.
Yeah.
You were around 21. That's how girls graduate.
Yeah.
2021.
21.
What was going on? Where are the majority? What is going? How do you end up here versus the path you chose? Are all your friends now working, developing, or what did happen? Where did relationships take them? Take us your journey between graduation and now in terms of love relationships and what you have seen happen to people.
Okay, most of my friends back in campus, they are mostly married. If not married, they have a child or two, and mostly jobless, still at home. If you're married, staying with the husband, and if not married, staying with parents. And for most of them, it's been depressing. Yeah, it's been depressing because some of them, you talk to them and then they're like, you see, like yourself, you can even move around, do your stuff. Me, I have a child, I can't go anywhere.
They tell you that?
Yeah, they do tell me that, and I do feel sorry for them.
How did you feel sorry for them? I can see it.
Yeah, I do.
But what was the wave? How did they end up there? Let's talk about the wave. When you're graduating, was there the pressure that toka na mtu, get out with someone?
Yeah, see, they always say if you don't get out of campus with someone, you might end up out here alone.
That was the thing.
Yeah, that was the thing. So you don't want to leave that guy you started dating in first year, and then you drop him at fourth year, and then you come out and you don't know if you'll get someone else. So this guy pressurizes you, then let's get a child or let's move in together and such kind of stuff.
Wow.
Then you just end up being confined in a situation that you can never get yourself.
How come you were not confined? You were not at home with a baby, with a guy yourself? How did you choose a different direction? Did they tell you did you yourself feel, how come I'm behind?
Well, first thing, my mom is very strict.
Oh, congratulations to mom. Where is that mom? Mom, pongezi.
My mom tells me, you get a child, do not even name that child after me.
What?
Yes, she would tell me that. So, and also being a firstborn, I really wanted to set a very good example to my brothers. Like, I've always wanted to be someone they would look up to. Like, if they mess up, that's on them.
You're right.
Not me.
You're right.
I'm out of that.
You're right.
Yeah, so it's basically that.
Wow. Wow. So you're saying the guidance of mom, the standard she set. Mom is not saying you'll never get a child. No. That's not what she's saying.
But not now.
Not now. Thank you. Mom, how many moms like that out there? Receive our greetings.
There's a time I joked about taking a certain Maasai home, and then so I told her, Mom, I have a Maasai. I'll bring him and he has a lot of cows, so you just prepare somewhere. She said she'll go to Kitui and tie that Maasai wherever he is, but he doesn't want that kind of nonsense, at least not now.
So the interpretation is, you said, I'll bring a guy. Mom said, I better hire a witch doctor to make sure he doesn't come. In a joking way, but to say, I'm not for that.
I'm not for that, yeah.
Wow. And you know, sometimes we joke to test waters. Sometimes it's a joke, but we also say, all right? So, so you're saying sometimes parents, by just showing a stand, they can influence our choices.
Yeah, they can. A lot.
A lot.
My mom has.
Wow. And now your friends, you pity them.
I do.
And they have had a depressing, you called it depressing period.
I have a friend in particular who she would admit, like, she's feeling depressed. Like, the path she's heading to, she's only holding on because of the baby she's carrying, but her life is started.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it started because of?
A boyfriend.
A boyfriend. Yeah. And what is happening with those boyfriends? Why are they not ending up happily married, according to you?
Some of them are people's husbands.
Oh, okay. And but they tell me why girls date married men. What is the hope? What is the future? Where are we going?
It's mostly because of the money. Oh. It's not even the future. Because now you don't want to live in a bed sitter like myself.
Okay. Oh, you were to live it because mom is tough. Let me.
because mommy. Okay, yeah, because mommy.
And other reasons, the fact that you can't do some of the things, of course.
Yeah.
We're just saying, but you're saying some people are not contented.
Yeah, they want a life that they can't afford, but they still want that life. So,
is that it?
Yeah, what's the way out? I meet Zulu. He seems like he has a car and some cash.
Yeah.
So next thing is we are dating. You don't even know what you are.
You're right.
I mean, it's crazy.
They even use the word dating. You wonder, is that dating?
Yeah, and the guy tells you don't call at night because my wife is at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about so your friends. You have a particular friend who says she would have given up if it were not for the baby.
For the baby, yeah.
She's going through a hard time.
A hard time because at that time she didn't have a job.
Yeah.
She couldn't go back home because her mom is like my mom. Yeah, she couldn't go home. So she ended up staying with the guy who was apparently abusing her, like even beating her up at some point. So the sister came through for her.
Yeah.
Then she now took her and now
There are girls graduating. And there's that wave as well of getting out with someone or wanting to live a certain life. What would you tell them? Because you've seen how the paths diverged. Your friends went to depression and struggle. They need to be rescued. You found a path and you're telling me you have evolved so much. And the only difference is the timing of the relationships. The presence or absence of boyfriend, sponsor. What would you tell those who are finishing now as well, graduating this year, 21, 22? They are hearing the same things. Please talk to them.
Yeah, so just focus. First of all, you really need to know what you want in life. Have a clear, defined goal. Like for me, I always tell myself, by the time I hit 30, I want to at least have my own business running. Wow. And that can't happen if I don't build that. I don't build it now. This is the time to do it. So if you're there, you're about to graduate or you just graduated, do something and don't wait until you get a job in the line of what you studied. In this era, things are quite different. So you really need to be aggressive and think outside the box. If you can't find a job, create one.
Wow.
Personally, at some point I even sold Tumba clothes. I did some casual jobs like going for, you see these people who do outside catering.
Yes.
Myself, I'm not a caterer, but I would go there, wash utensils, prepare the cabbage and everything else. I get my 800 bob and I go home. And through those things that you do, one, God watches. And even the Bible insists so much that God blesses the work of our hands. Right. So there's a reward for that. Secondly, the people you meet out there as you hustle, as we call it nowadays, they're your next connections. Right. Personally, the way I got this job, it was through connection from somewhere. I was working as a casual, a very short contract. Actually, the only money I was being paid, I was dedicating all that cash to transport. Nothing else. I was getting about 12,000 in a month, and I'm commuting from Ruiru to Mombasa Road. Wow. But I still did it, and I found a lady who saw what I was doing.
What were they dealing with? What were you guys doing there?
I was working in a call center.
Call center?
Yes.
And they noticed what?
That lady, we were not even friends. We just sat next to each other for like a week. Yeah. And then one day she emailed me, would you like a receptionist job? I said yes. I did not ask where. Yeah. And then I asked her, how do I apply? She told me, just send me your application letter, and then she sent the email. Right. I did it that instant moment. You're right. I applied instantly.
Left there.
Yeah. So I applied. I did not even ask her what she was about. Correct. Then we stayed for about a week, and then she told me there would be interviews, and that is how I found myself here. So later I was asking her, why did you recommend me for that job, and we are not even friends or anything? Then she said she saw potential in me. She saw how hard I was working back then, and she knew when I come here I wouldn't disappoint her. Wow. And then she said, the only thing you can ever do to repay me is to work so hard. Wow. And excel in whatever roles you'll be given.
So you're saying because you focused on taking any kind of job and demonstrating your skills.
Yeah.
Somebody noticed.
Someone noticed.
Hey guys, this girl found her way by not finding a guy and go and cry in her room saying you are married. She said, I'm only 21, I'm only 22. I'll look for jobs. You said you target by 30, you have your own business.
Yeah.
So tell us, how long have you been here? What have been your duties? What are you doing?
I've been here for 1.5 years now. And I started as a receptionist. That was the role, admin assistant. So this industry is quite different. It's not whereby you just sit behind a desk and, look all pretty. Here, it's a garage, sort of.
You're right.
So my role was to talk to clients, show them around. At that point, the company was about 8 months old, so we didn't have a lot of staff. So my work would be coming in the morning, clean up the office, sweep the compound. We didn't have a soldier at the gate at that time, so I was opening the gate for the people who are coming in. I was still talking to the clients, and I was the storekeeper. All those in one person. And then now later, with business growth, I was a little bit elevated from doing all these other roles, and now I do customer engagement right now, talking to clients, designing. But then I'm a car interior designer now.
Wow.
Not by profession, but experience.
Wow.
Yes, so that is majorly what I do right now.
Wow.
And also the general administration of the company. I said I came here when we were only 8 months old. Right now we have 2 more branches.
2 more branches?
2 more branches, yes. Wow. We have a branch in Mombasa.
Wow.
And we recently opened another one in Eldoret.
Wow.
And what is even more interesting, the one in Mombasa, I'm the one who set it up on my own.
You went there and set it up?
Yes.
Wow.
On my own.
It's also called Stitched by what?
Yeah, it's
Where
stitched
is it in Mombasa?
Bombolulu Estate, on your way to Bandari Villas.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I only went there with a machine. So I set it up. I went round for marketing storm with flyers. At some point, I got caught by Kanjo, by the way. It was tough, but I survived it through. I sourced for materials. Now I know where to get what in Mombasa.
Right.
I know where to get which clients in Mombasa. Wow. So I think it's one thing that I'm so proud of.
You're proud of?
Yeah.
You set up a branch and you sourced, you came to brush with some authorities, you negotiated your way out, you learned the experience. How did it, how has that 1.5 years changed you?
One thing, I've hardened.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, being in Kenya, you don't need to be so soft.
You're right.
I have hardened, and I've also gained skills on how to deal with people from all walks of life.
All walks of life.
Yes, here I meet people.
As you talk, I'm just burning inside. Girls, fellow girls, are you getting it? Look at what she has been doing for 1.5 years. You, what have you been doing? Managing problems, managing tears for my stupid relationships. Those girls who lost their way, like your friends, who have gone through depression, and you're still age mates, what would you tell them? Can they start here and follow your path? Can they develop themselves? Can they, can they throw themselves like you threw yourself? Please encourage them.
Yeah, you can still get out of what situation you're going through. You know, the problem is you're in a situation and you're sad about it and you don't want to get out of it. So the moment you confine yourself into the idea of, I'm now depressed, my life is tattered, and then you just stay there and you're not doing anything about it, then you'll never get out of that situation. But it's time for you to stand up, brush the dust off, and move on. It's not too late to start over. You're still like maybe 24, 25, 26. There's a lot that you can still do. There's still hope to get back onto the right path and still do it and still make it.
This story is so inspiring, and if you have your own story, inbox us, all right? Inbox us on Facebook or +254 701 299 333. Tell us what's up, or Facebook. Tell us what's your journey, And I want guys, we had a guy the other day from Nakuru who told us his journey, how he picked himself up. We have another guy we have interviewed, some place from, in Australia, doing his work, developing stuff. I just want to hear how men have journeyed. All right? But I realize ladies are very aggressive. When you send an invitation, they call, they come, girl child. Where is a boy child? But I'm happy that we are creating a movement. One thing that as I come to you so that you can tell them how they can reach this garage, how they can check your products and how they can reach you, how they can chat over their cars and the products they have. And one of the things I want you to remind those Form 4, first year, second year girls, there have been, many of them, relationships have been over-advertised.
Yeah, it's true.
Parents tell us come home with 2 degrees. And the paper.
Not my mother, definitely not my mom.
So one of the things you are telling us, and I like it, and I want you to remind them. Tell girls there's another journey before relationships.
There is, and it's the journey to build yourself.
Wow.
You come before anything in this world.
Exactly.
You come before even your own mother.
You're right.
The moment she brought you into the world, you became 2 separate entities. She has worked on herself. Now it's time for you to work on yourself before you start working on someone else.
You're right.
You see, the moment you get married or you get into that confinement of relationship, you lose yourself. You start focusing on another person, the well-being of this other person. You'll find them telling you, sasa unaenda job na kuna baridi uniache peke yangu. So it's time for you to first work on yourself, develop yourself, and then now you can decide to do those other things.
And these girls were depending on a man to give them a standard of a life. What do you say to them?
That is madness. Is she too bed-sitter? The time is coming for you to even build your own home. You will always have to start from somewhere. Even a child is not born and starts walking on the very day.
And can we tell them there is no free lunch anywhere?
There is nothing.
When a man pays for your rent, he's also renting your body.
It is true.
He's renting 2 things there. So, in the end, sponsors are lost. Have you done that mathematics with those who have experienced? Sometimes you can observe people and we come to conclude. Wise people learn from the experience of others.
Yeah.
They can sponsor you for a few years, but they also interfere with your development. They make you lag behind. They make you fall behind and become a dependent. You end up on the receiving end of life. Your reputation is ruined. People know you've been pushing as a certain married man. You end up not developing skills. You lose the chance for making connections. You might end up marrying, but then you also marry when you are so below in life, so behind on the career ladder, so that you're constantly working for small pay, cycle, frustration. And the reason we are quickly running to this age group is so that because they still have a chance to correct things.
Yeah, sure.
Time is still ahead of you. Life is made of time. If you're listening to us and you are high school, secondary school, we plead with you with the mercies of God. Have mercy on yourself. Obey your seasons. Do what this girl has done. One thing I like, Nyambura, is that you are so aggressive. Even those seated next to you saw it and they commended you. And when you started working, you were given more responsibilities. And you were aiming to, you were trusted to go and open branches, do the administration, the registration, use this time to prove your knowledge to the world. How can people reach this garage?
We are located in Thome Estate, off Thika Road at exit 7, Roasters. And can I give them my number?
Yes, you can give them everything.
Yes, you can reach me on 0727 611 087. Yes.
On social media, how can they chat you guys?
On social media, we are Stitched by Wash everywhere.
Stitched
ya kushona, by Wash ya kuosha. Stitched by Wash.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for being a role model. And these are the girls who are sensations, upcoming sensations, because they are focused. In 2 years, she'll have known herself enough, grown enough to start now dating and looking for a man when she knows who she is and where she's going. And the man will see which woman he is dealing with. Right now, she just looks like a girl. And she may not know clearly, but the direction is taking shape. Use the season of under 25 to shape your life so that when you come time for marrying, you marry with a direction. That's all for today, and we'll see you next time.